Hello Leo Rising, I'm Birdie Galaxy. This is the Lunatic Fringe and this video is your April horoscope. So let's get started right away. As we start out the month of April, both the Sun and Mercury are in Aries in your ninth house. The ninth house is the house of education, of wisdom, of travel and long distance, or traveling long distance, or experiences overseas or in foreign countries or with other cultures. So on April 1st, Mercury, or the Magician, goes retrograde. Yay! Now, Mercury doesn't actually go backwards. It just looks like that from our perspective here on Earth. But the energy does go backwards. The energy is that of reevaluation, reassessment, revisiting. We are literally, Mercury will be revisiting some of the degrees that it had already passed through, and therefore we will be revisiting some of the themes that we may have experienced the past few weeks with a focus of reevaluating them. So, specifically for you, Leo Rising, Mercury in your ninth house prompts a period of revisiting and reassessing your beliefs, your philosophies, and any kind of pursuits in higher education or cultural awareness. Now, just a couple days later, on April 4th, Venus, or the Empress, also comes into Aries in your ninth house alongside the Sun and Mercury. Now, Venus coming in here ignites this period of passionate exploration. So you still have a lot of exploration going on. The ninth house is all about exploration, but Venus brings with it a passion and a desire. This is inspiring your love for adventure and for cultural pursuits and for philosophical discussions. You find pleasure in those things, and this is really amplified right now with Venus in your ninth house. Now on April 8th, the Moon, or the High Priestess, also joins this Aries party. So there's so much energy going on here in your ninth house, Leo Rising. When the Sun and the Moon come together in the same sign at the same degree, this is a new moon. New moons, or a dark moon, is a time for renewal, fresh starts. This is a new moon cycle. This is when we start new projects, not the full moon, the new moon. This is when you try something different. This is when you begin again. So specifically for you, Leo Rising, this really ignites this fervent drive for exploration and for philosophical expression. This is urging you to seek new experiences and broaden your horizons. By harnessing this new moon energy, Leo Rising, you can facilitate major personal enrichment through embracing spontaneity, through taking bold leaps of faith, and by embarking on adventurous self-discovery journeys. Okay, on the 19th of the month, the Sun makes its way out of Aries and right next door into your 10th house in Taurus. So the Sun moving through Taurus illuminates these Taurus themes of stability and material success, but this being in your 10th house is all about your career or your public image. So this material success is happening within your career endeavors. You are being urged to focus on building a solid foundation for your long-term professional goals. Where do you want to be in 10 years, Leo Rising? Who do you want to be showing up as in the world? If you were at the height of your career, what would that look like? This is a time for you to really set that plan in motion. Get that picture in your mind and manifest it. Make it happen, Leo Rising. This is an opportunity for you to step into your full career or public recognition potential. Now on April 23rd, the Moon has made its way all the way to the opposite of Taurus, now in Scorpio. So when the Moon and the Sun are opposing each other, this is a full moon, and full moon energy is a heightened intensity of energy, and that energy is pulling apart. It is separating. It creates conflict or tension. So with the Sun in Taurus in your natal 10th house, opposing the Moon in Scorpio in your natal 4th house, this brings this tension, pulling apart, tug of war, spotlight energy onto your career ambitions and your public recognition versus your emotional security and your family dynamics. The fourth house is your house of home, of family, of roots, of your foundation, of your literal physical home. So you can utilize this intense full moon energy with these opposing luminaries between private life and public life, or home life and public life. But you can really work this energy to your advantage by finding balance between your professional aspirations and between nurturing those personal connections that integrate your emotional depth and your stability into your career pursuits. So you have something going on in your home life that is maybe pulling apart from where you have these goals in who you are in the public, and finding balance between those two is going to be the key to using this full moon energy. Now on April 25th, Mercury goes direct. It's still in Aries, it's still in your 9th house, but it is now direct. So that energy has moved away from reevaluating or revisiting or moving backwards to now moving forward again. And this ignites a period of enthusiastic communication and exploration of new ideas, particularly in matters relating to higher education, to travel, and to philosophical pursuits. Now, as we get towards the end of the month, Venus, or the Empress, moves into Taurus. She rules Taurus. So Venus is now at home. Venus is amplified. Venus is comfortable and harmonizing at home in Taurus. So all that energy is even more heightened for you. So Venus in your 10th house can bring out a time where your career endeavors can be infused, can be sprinkled with harmony, with stability, and you have a focus on luxury and aesthetic pursuits. So you're shining and you're showing up in your luxurious, authentic self here, Leo. And just the day after that, on the 30th, Mars, or the Tower, Mars is just raw energy, like this lightning bolt here, Mars moves into Aries. Now Mars rules Aries, so here again we have a planet at home in its home sign, amplified, just really being at home and comfortable. So Mars here brings that dynamic energy and that assertive action to these pursuits relating to travel, to higher education, to philosophy, and to spiritual exploration. So Leo rising, there's some interesting things going on the horizon for you. You may be finding and seeing new horizons. You may be going back to school. You may be pursuing some other educational pursuits that have to do with other cultures or learning from other places, or you may be preparing to travel. Either way, I hope this is helpful for you, and thank you so much for watching to the end. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.